I'm amongst funk, even scientists left dumbstruck and ambidextrous. Amputee gave me the thumbs up. We're talking about the matter in hand, friction, their mouths, clenched fist, heated discussion till the matter expands. I'd known you couldn't see me with the third eye. People who claim they got a glimpse, spreading absurd lies and conversational. When to meet your human speaks, I fall asleep, hit the ground, awake within a lucid dream. I approach a burning tiger legions, escape open, suspended in time from explosions. Hit the heat of the moment, I went to break the ice and raise the sea level with the mean heckle. Tsunami, crime wave, flood and waggle team settles. I'm snatching the maniacal last laugh for some and dark arts. Collapse your lung around your broken heart fart. Skill inflict concussion so you shouldn't sleep. I shouldn't speak unless you thought twice of second opinion. Over your head you have no form of registry. Keep me in mind, I jog your memory by kicking it. The martial arts between your entity. Pay homage to cultured knowledge beholder. Salting your roots and serving the dirt and chip on your shoulder. Try and lean on my shoulder, end up cut by the blade that cuts my dark side. Dirty Ollie with dozens the shames up in the range. Possesses insanity now deserts. Project my written topic and subject is found disturbed. If you fathom the rounded verse, it would be an astounding burst. As I pronounce my words, I'm leaving your surroundings cursed. Slap you on the track with chances are slim. Wearing a tornado belt, Mother Nature has me gone with the wind and under the thumb like an analog stick. Humbled and stunned, hypnotised by the paradox script. The prosperous man with logic in hand, sticking true through your letterbox, releasing phosphorus gas. Really know the started. When time flies by, my drags it down to earth to check reality and respect gravity. Encouragement of insanity, abundance of apathy. I've released my cage, clarity from anarchy. Chill with the fantasy to be comfortable. Friends and family surround me, but that's adjustable. My mind goes through a loop of the zone that's uninterruptible. Escaping my head, time to reflect. Scene of abstract intellect, concepts and objects become the threat. Then appear into a trance like vision. In prison couch, sitting in my town, living mostly house ridden. I blaze until my days become meaningless, without an endeavour. Writing letters until the end of forever. Not big, smart or clever in the cycle, detrimental to my vital. I sit back and smoke, listen to vinyl for samples to recycle within the straight art we're practicing. Ignore the fashion, we're kids speaking acronyms to social anarchists. Talented with woeful madnesses and mobile fantasies. On repeat, lost in the labyrinth, barren like Chernobyl. The hopeful activist attitude, my brainstorms with hurricanes of magnificent magnitude. My state of vegan awakes to demons. Scroll through the oldest hills of the rolling hills, some of the coldest hills in solitude. Chill with the room full of company, gazing at the wonder of the earth under the sun. You see the beauty, thoughts a kick like that of Bruce Lee. Coma and juicing, this snare hits like a movie of emotion. Power, money, respect mixed to violence. With dialecting timeless and acting's considered priceless. In the meningitis, tons of thoughts for crazy plans, but I ration the fruits of my labour cause I'm a lazy man. And instead, take a bite from the apple of your eye. Forbidden fruit left you blinded, grappling beside. Hold a discussion with nothing but movement and percussion. Existing dysfunction, can't get my head around the junction. You grow trees so I can smoke green, provoke dreams. Leopard no sleep and slow speech with impact to erode teeth but no hope free. Spend my life with curtains drawn and with internal thoughts my mind opens up turtle doors. Enter the room and get dismembered and bruised like the heaviest moves. Left in slumber like a sedatives used. Pop hit my head to a tune. In a dream was jaw dropping. Sometimes it's raw topics, other times it's pure nonsense. Transform a mediocre conversation to a masterpiece. The magic beats but still in solitude and left the half asleep. Invade the space and waste away with blank expression. Erasing situations, intentions and not to mentions. I seek a parable to the heavens is out of nothingness, irrelevant and stuff and such. I stay succumbed by the waves, time and space and the drum. Inhale through my sinuses to lung. I emerge to the brightness of the sun. Hypnotic tongue and with sprung colours and planets flung. Create a bigger bang, replacement time and space begun. Get shunned, funk for fun, smother your one with the essence of numb. Presence of skunk left you hung when the chemistry's done. Dream when I've covered my eyes, permanent sleepy dust. And spot your far away, am I will there, it's hard to say. Discard the break of brain waves flooded on my perspective. Picked up by the tidal force and Dr. Shaw neglected. Heartbeat is irregular, has its my body temperature. Temporal adventurer, an instrumental developer and predator. Create reactions on level molecular throughout the nebula. But aura burns away your retina. Biophysics similar to ancient hieroglyphics. Your mind and lyrics get crippled in minutes like I predicted.
Yo, I need dough and plenty cheddar like stuffed bread. Never lose the lead like pet cemeteries undead. Say life's a stage, well blatantly it's true. Cause I'm collecting my dough wage and waiting for my cue. Lady homeless a shoe, what my feet are filling up. So over the moon, cows thrown, solar perimeters. Hope isn't limitless, take a toke of a spliff and just throw through the village. Go stone to death and live it up. I'm so plugged in, taking matrix medication. Morpheus gave me information, brain contained for ages. Flow was so contagious. Plague from rodent agents, no faith atheists. The Bible rolled for smoking pages. Illicit rhythms and ridiculous flows. My lyrics are scriptures of wisdom and visions foretold. Hidden Egyptian pyramids depicting my scrolls. I'm kicking in the door like Biggie when there's triggers on hold. The devil's ringing my phone, begging me to let him bid on my soul. Loose cannon, Bruce Banner looks in control. 6 feet down to Middle Earth, wizards and trolls. I spit in binary, no one can figure my code. You wither, I grow. Bamboo shooting ideas, tamper with my physics till the gravity disappears. And all you heavyweights better start training to meditate levitation. I'm groundbreaking, the crowd shaking, waiting till I found patience. Rhymes get you pumped up with 12 round gauges. Things will never be the same, all about changes. Every day's on the loop, roundabout now hate it. Scared to death, all you crooks better stay shook. Coming up in my space, poke you in your Facebooks. There's no bait but you're catching on my straight hooks. I'm raising your fate like mistakes in a page book. Panic stricken, so hard you cannot stand position. Inquisitions are rare, no hairs to split like cancer victims. Random writtens that I scribble down such mad precision. Cracking physics, no laughing matter when I'm atom splitting. Slow pace, steady hand together, they will win the race. Clench my fist when my palm has a word that fits in place. If you kick up a fuss, then I'm stricken by luck. Like a religious nun, I'm never giving a fuck.
I'm cautious but shifty, guys. Get my best topics filled with next logical ways said when the split ignites. Some deranged the bars are pointing, I'm insanely sharp in comparison. You're a blade of grass, you couldn't even scrape my arm. You ruin rappers, they're getting physical was virtual. No skill involved, yet you still find it preferable. Hip hop will stay traditional to our endeavours. Soon turntables will die, vinyl will be a treasure. You know nothing of this culture and you don't deserve a place. You computerise fake songs you don't deserve to make. Interrupt your gibberish because I'm not convinced. So throw the stone of the pregnant woman through the window of the world of the new one. Don't get baffled as a newcomer because you haven't got a clue, brother. Incomprehensible like new colours. Plus I grew thunder and let it rain over the course of 2 summers. I'm too rugged, stay fly, ruffle your feathers, reach for the skies till you're thunder and leave you under the weather. All you fake MCs get left at home. I rape the sound vibration, kidnap the metronome, taking rap for ransom, attack it random, doesn't matter if you're living in a shack or mansion. I used to carry spray cans so I could lay tags, ink smothered veins, and I think with insane plans. And you artists who recycle bars more than glass with the mic, I make you staring all like Northern Lights. The rawest type, bringing the vibe to your appalling nights, cause to watch you spit them lyrics on that beat's an awful sight. You're born in spite, stay undeveloped as a fetus. I'm impressive as a genius, remembering encyclopedias. When efforts don't add up, that's the sign that you should wrap up. Your music slacker, we left the rounds and you should man up. You claim you write but never have respect for a book. I'm smoking every tree in your falling neck of the woods because you're barking up the wrong one, trying to mark my territory. I write my bars possessively, your character's far from chemistry. You'll pass away as I tear through the passage of life, because my clothes are made from the fabric of time. Write a page any time of day, my pad and pen is tempting. Throwing a line, I throw them back or catch your death and meddling like a kid.
It's a classic beat.
Your faults can't be amended, they result in mass descendants who abandon work and merit. Instead it's based on cosmetics, the skill you bring's unathletic and isn't as is suggested by the ratings that you cherish. The slaving's left you decrepit and music's affected. The new generation inherits the influence untasted the predecessor invented. You can see it from a sentence, it's not real, what's concealed is the actual skill, covered up by the glamour and filth. By disregard common trends on this planet, we build a tragic appeal. And get in this manner I chill, I can't be bothered, benefit from what is offered. Most MCs in need of guidance and fundamentalist topics display my sonnet. A life in this new age of logic, drifting on the high plane like a gypsy of the cosmic. And that's the promise, you're like a novice man. Ignore the trends, I'm off the jam, music is not a brand. What am I on about?
Yeah.
What am I on about?
Not much. What am I on about?
Stop Stop imitating your basic and rotten pleas. I wish to see these rappers own up to their obvious schemes and their atrocities and bring me their apologies. Well, on the knees to start presenting properly. There may be us to mocking these MCs who rob MCs, adopting foreign ideologies. They speak dishonestly. Acts are made up obviously, not to mention your topics you just can't relate to. Your authenticity is microscopic and I hate you. So stay ignored, your delivery's forced. This type of delusion is what an epiphany's for. A gimmick's formed. I mean create these fake personas, but mind is sober. I see you people in a coma who think about appearances too much and can't improve. Your vocal effects are crude and without help just aren't in tune. Within this room, around me what I'm seeing is tragic. I have my bad habits, but what these people need is practice and knowledge of their place and this kingdom they dwell. You people sound the same and can't achieve distinction of self. On this instant, you haven't gone the distance. Fixed on other countries' politics, like here is non-existent. However, that's contagious with influence that invades us. As words I pray with, oh dear, you haven't got the vaguest. My mood is menacing, cycling reviews on everything. When my adrenaline builds up inside the tunes of medicine. You get left stone cold because you work with no soul. You think you got the knowledge but it's bright as the blown bulb. But everyone will think that you're a star with that sort. You act sure but I've reduced stars to black dwarfs. I hate the way you stay obsessed on the stupidest things. Doubling I'm out of this world wearing Jupiter's rings. I'm rude and I rip clones, rappers are like Smurfs. Leave them blue like their skin tone. When the targets of my bars I might define in terms of English. I'll take a piss and leave your fireworks extinguished. My thoughts relinquished as you're spitting that shame burst to me. I'll give you a piece of my mind with brain surgery. Rhythmless tracks, mate, I'll be finishing that. Roll out the sickening crack of the ligament snap, leaving you with sorghum plans to spoil your plans. Due to the terror I'm projecting through this object in my coiled hand, I get a rush, presenting paragraphs of poetry, releasing potency. Has you and has it mask approaching me to focus me, I meditate, get away from the present day, take myself out of this depressive state, write a better page, never take you serious, you're forced to rape victims. Improvement remains to be seen like grave digging. You can't fathom my three-dimensional thought pattern, forming raw fragments of verses silenced by jaw spasms. Viewed obnoxious, write my sonnet, hold it hostage and release it once it's polished to the public as I promised, then it can flourish. Use this verse to form example. I'll rip MCs apart who take the piss like you're in samples to make up. Before you hit my lyrics take off, good chance of you being victorious. Slimmer than Kate Moss and same plots and raffle with more words than Scrabble. It's fine as yet considered mammal from Dorchester, bringing you the formula, pulling strings like orchestra, summon the darkness like a sorcerer. Because your style's fan-based to petty productions. With me, I see your handshake like friendly introductions. Forget assumptions, I'm that quiet kid confused by everyday appliances. I think in binary alien sciences, my training is wild with a gift to produce verses. Show up in front of your mates and leave you with produced purpose. I'm hidden in the midst of a million rhymers, and I reside underground like chili and Magnus. I search for lightness on the rhythm, breathing syllables, and I can get stoned to death like Middle Eastern criminals. My principles remain stronger than your arms. I make my mark with this ancient art, and from my naked start I've stayed more primitive with some poor initiative. Evolved and molded from this course deliverance to lyricist. I'm pissed off, real hip hop like you rip off. I never hit soft, hit hard like Brits up. Lyrically I drop my similes on the visionary scene, present my thoughts once I give them a theme, while wandering to my absurd self. Lines in my track are deadly like fur rails. When I disperse hell with you gimmicks you spit timid, I'm not like Sid Vicious, spitting on your shit. Rhythms in disgust to give distance, beating my chest. Rhythm you don't behold because your heartless eyes closed. See the world in new light within the darkness. I struggle to harness energy, I've been the prey for years. My actions cost me dear, detachment from my sacred sphere. I'm from the realm of the peers, bringing my native style every year. There's certain hip hop to every ear. This side of a hemisphere you obviously know nothing about. On the track and flawless like reconstructing a house.
Still the same. We love the references.
PiR's around me and stuff.
Yeah. People say no way, but I say yes way. If this was Seb's way, there'd be a piece on every best place. I'm not a threat, mate, just couldn't get my head straight. The neck brace, the death way, plot on my brief the next day. It's the best way, but you're not aware of Seb's face. Cause I'm on edge, mate, in bed, mate. I slip into a wreck state, whether on the mountain top or tower block. Stay amongst the mountain proper smokers if you're not allowed to stop. Practice has got the loudest knocking at the front door. Got me sketching out, panicking, thinking I'm done for. If Seb's way, weed would be legalised. Users never demonised, 10 bags received in ever increasing size. I lived the easy life, avoiding the hard times as I'm now over the moon. Done on the dark side, bask in the starlight. Bring together left wing and far right, craft my stable away from harsh lies. People reside under the law, bet you find the world a nicer place once you discover it's yours. If this was Seb's way, currency's abolished. Companies not economic but beneficial for knowledge. Luxuries offered through goodwill. So below the cosmic writer sonnet to these snakes and dishonest. Suddenly clobbered attitude gothic. Solomon toxic, purely bleak. Through the optic and the masses are seen as poorly perceived. Life should not be fueled by profit but motivated achieving instead of financial thieving. A story unleashed, stop believing. Religion's disease and should be deceased. Science leads a new age of logic with a topic of speech. If it was my way, streets would be our canvas. Foreign rules would be abandoned and replaced with visionary standard. You would receive no punishment from government, instead encouragement. A sprawling art and aura colouring. Uncovering breaks, ushering change and bravery. Mustering, fakery, fuckering. Bursting and blatantly blunder schemes and media sensational. Shaded and somewhat tainted. Privacy of people invaded are becoming surveilled. Amongst villains dig deep, exposed corrupt figures. We wouldn't have to live our life by the swinner's decision. The face of Queen's image, curse her name and kidness on the rip a song with rhythms on the walk across the billabong. Society I wish we had to say our control. Gonna work, live your life without good nature involved. If this was Seb's way, school would be a pleasure. Lessons better, relevant for you to pursue an endeavour. Harmony, revealabilities to arouse heads to pass good tests with flying colours, painting the town red. If this was Seb's way, laptops would be banned. Youth would need a purpose, it's not parading our mutants in a circus. If this was Seb's way, necessities would be free. Never pay to eat or drink, and with roof over our head sleep. It's abysmal how we're denied the basic essentials. Money stays the key within success and it's evidential. Actions are rightful, develop a message insightful. The art is primal, fill up with a track will bring back the vinyl. You're too common for sense, styles rotten, no fresh tracks but hold no opinion and therefore forgotten at best. We all pass away, there is no option for death. So make the most of the earth, we'll suffer a lot of regret. I make plans like Cape Man from wasteland, establishing great spans, expanding and exploring the mainland. If Seb's way, art would be an expression of effort and creativity, driven by a sense of ambition. I recite my words in a tremendous condition, causing a wreckage of wisdom, creating offensive decisions. Get rid of tuition, education free and embraced. We'll have to remember as David Chase. Potent drugs and smoking pubs and hell through open lungs. Rid the streets of rodent scum, a rock in the dopest fun. It's not bullshit to fool the fools with, but informative. Rid the streets of the extortionists, drag up a class down to earth and leave the classes orderless. With sincerity of performances, fix integrity shortages. Leave fakers with jokes to the skeletal. Zigzag 11 you see your seed growth with vegetable. If this was Seb's way, I'll keep the fame and rep. Niggas Seb, but spread the burn a million. Okay, you left, eradicate the rat race, leaving the fact that's a coming. See I'm a shutting, and I'm always bumping something. Whether relaxed or rugged, it had wrong and fun and jumping. I wish for this to be Seb's way, it needs to be up and coming.
Pow. Sick. That was nice. A lot nice take.
Yeah,
Really
definitely,
nice.
that was the best. That was sick.
Words were really well pronounced. Really like that one a lot. No wonder you wanted to do it again, eh? You saw it coming.
That's a wrap.
I need to do some shout outs first.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, cool.
Shout out to ESM, shout out to Prevent George Fields, shout out to Partners in Rhyme, shout out to Reach One.
Big up.
Big up, yeah.
Big up.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Seb.
Shout out to Seb.
Yeah, shout out Seb.
Booyah.
Pow.
Done?
We're done.